So today's story has to do with culture, as opposed building culture as opposed to building skills. One day when I was in a classroom taking a parent on a tour, we were observing in the corner of the class, and this is what we saw. A young girl about 3.5 had taken out a work that she very clearly had gotten a lesson in. Now, in a Montessori classroom, we give what's called a 3-part lesson. That means that in the beginning, before a child takes out a work, there's a demonstration from the teacher. Afterwards, the child plays with it, works with it, interacts with the materials, and then as they do that, they gain mastery. So this little girl had taken out a math work, and she was happily setting it up, but she got to a point and she didn't remember what needed to be done. And as she was sitting there trying to figure out, she was moving things around. You could see clearly she was a little bit, she was up in the air. She looked around. Another little girl who was 5 walked over to her and said, "Oh, I see you're doing the math work. Can I sit with you and can I do it with you?" And this little girl with her big eyes looked up at the 5-year-old and said, "Yes, yes." And they sat down one next to the other. They were on a mat on the floor, and she began to show her what to do. And they worked together and they completed the work together. Now, what's beautiful about this is that relationship of give and take, the relationship of mentorship that happens. It was such a good feeling between the two of them. And the smile at the end that they gave to each other, when they were done with the work was beautiful. And that was more, not so much teaching. She wasn't so much teaching a skill. She was building a culture in the classroom. In their classroom, they had the culture of we help one another. We're in this together. We have this all the time in our homes. We should have this in society in general. And what a beautiful thing to own and take on and believe in.